So when we have an elasticity that is infinite, that means that essentially any kind of change in the price, right? So what's going on behind the scenes for this one is that if they were to increase the price just by a little bit, so if they were to increase the price right here, the demand would go from wherever it is, wherever, essentially wherever it crosses supply, would go there to zero. So that's the notion with an infinite demand, is that essentially if you try to increase the price at all, your demand evaporates to zero. So you have to charge this price if you want to get any product. The opposite situation is when the elasticity of demand is zero. So essentially this says that it doesn't matter what you do with the price, people are going to be buying the amount that they're going to be buying, right? So the mnemonic that we commonly use when we're talking about inelastic is insulin, right? So when you think about insulin, if you're diabetic and you need insulin, it doesn't matter if the price of insulin were to increase, you're not going to decrease your demand for insulin, right? If the price increases, you're still going to be buying that same amount of insulin regardless of what happens with the price. So an elasticity of zero is our extreme case of inelastic, the most inelastic something can be, zero sensitivity to price changes. The demand is going to be what it is regardless of the price changes, up or down. Compare that to elasticity of infinite, which is saying that any kind of increase in the price is going to cause my demand to go from whatever it is to zero, right? This is our zero value when we're on this axis. And so essentially this is saying that any kind of price above this is going to result in dropping out of the market. So those are our polar cases of demand curves.